Hi everyone. I've been trying to put off this video for a while, but Arcteryx made it that I can't be quiet, especially because Arcteryx is a Canadian company and I know how Canadians keep them very close to their hearts. I'm not here to offend anyone, but this is a personal thing that happened to me that Arcteryx I've been working I worked in Arcteryx for 2.5 years, and it's been almost from the beginning like a journey of tyranny, xenophobia, exclusion, bully. I've been bullied many times, like almost at the beginning, almost daily. Then, of course, they toned it down a bit, but it was always there. Thieving, but a little bit more about that like later on. Um, on paper, Arcteryx have great core values statements, like any core corporation has on paper, but realistically, they they strayed so far off of what I learned or what Canadians are and the Canadian um way of life and what Canadians are in their core and in their hearts, and because all their money is out from the outside, like Canadians, are they really Canadians still? They're branded as a Canadian, very good Canadian uh, company, but I know and I understand capitalism, money, 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 money. However, but this is not against capitalism. I get it. We have to make money, but there's some things, though. Most is done overseas. There's one factory here, and most of all done overseas. New developments too. They just opened a new development, and it was done just across the border in Portland. Recently in Portland, they opened this one, and where are the jobs that we need here? And what's in Canada? What they live in Canada is that the money that comes from outside is run from people from the outside. Like, I worked in in the factory, and leadership can't speak nor understand English properly, and that was the core of my ordeal at Arcteryx. Arcteryx promotes people that don't speak English, and if you don't understand your leader and you're in the wrong, if you speak up, you are branded. Your career at Arcteryx is is deemed zero, like you have no future. And they try, instead of do the wrong thing, if they don't like me and fire me, they decided to bully me and paint my image at Arcteryx, my leaders, to everyone as me being just speaking against leadership, but the leadership is tainted, is foul, is corrupted, and when they don't speak English and they don't properly, and they can't express themselves properly in English, I wonder, is this really Canadian? And they create an HR 2.0, and you know HR is already something that an employee has to be careful about, because they're not there. They say it's for, they kind of the mediators between employee and employer. Everybody knows that's not true. They're just there for to defend their the company. And Arcteryx very wisely they created an HR 2.0, more like Gestapo like. And I'm not saying that lightly. The thing is, they call it EBC. It stands for Equality and Safe Space. Safe space, where you open up about your problems in the company, and they say it's a safe space, and they have these people that, if you look at them and you talk to them, they all wholesome and they're very nice, but they there to get to befriend you, get close to you, to know about you and what you're about, and then when you need them for real, to establish, because you don't see yourself represented or being heard, they then at the last moment, this Gestapo like EBC thing, they turn on you, and that's when HR and EBC, they get joined together to make a case against you, and that's what Arc'teryx is for real. Together with Armor Sports, you think it's this. They when I joined, they said Armor Sports was an American company, but then I found out it's a Finnish one. I don't have nothing against the Finns. I love Scandinavia. I lived there. I traveled there extensively. Um, but again, everything about Arc'teryx is pretty much outside Canada, and they have these overpriced items or garments that they don't really, they're not that much quality. You just pay that price to give them a way of life. They have a way of life that is over the top. Anyways, I'm I'm creating my my own merchandise. I bought some items, of course, when I was doing there. This is what I'm creating. This is Arc'teryx stuff that I'm rebranding. This is very expensive, but I don't like the zippers are pretty much crap. Anyway, I'm trying to say something about my experience at Arc'teryx that are pretty much very, very bad stuff. Anyway, I'd like to finish this for now. There will be more, and I'll see you soon. By the way, shout out to 21st Century Kills in Scotland, Edinburgh, Scotland. I'll live there for a while, so shout out. Have a good one.